Hello everyone. Welcome on in. As you can see, we are playing The Sims today. As I was sitting here waiting for stream to start, I say waiting for stream to start as if I wasn't the one in charge of it, but I was just kind of looking at this room. But before we get into that, just a quick reminder of what we're working on. We just started this. I was gonna say on Saturday, but we actually streamed on Sunday this past weekend. We just started this. Every room is a different Sims 4 collection. This house here, don't mind that. Those are some of the collections we're working on. But this house here, we actually built on stream, 2 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? Some time ago. I'm not sure. But we are using it for our Every Room is a Different blank challenge. Every room is a different Sims 4 collection in today's case. We've actually already done 2 rooms. Well, we've done 1 room and we're just finishing up another. This first room was Buried Treasures, which is from Island Living. And just really quick, if you did miss last stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, because I will be posting this on YouTube, which is very exciting. The rule isn't so much that we have to fit the entire collection of, whatever we get for whatever room in the build, or in the room, sorry. It's just that if we can include it, great. We're just actually taking inspiration from it. So in this case, we got Buried Treasure from Island Living. We have this islandy picture from, I think, kids' room stuff. Kids' room stuff. We have some beach towels. We have a bunch of course, Island Living decor because Island Living. We use this sort of like sandy wood color because I'm like pretty sure you find these on the beach. Not actually sure. We just went for sort of an islandy, beachy vibe. And because I was a silly dum-dum and I didn't randomize our wheel, which is where we're getting the random Sims 4 collection for this build, because the silly dum-dum didn't shuffle it, we actually got Underwater Photos collection, also from Island Living. Moving forward, we will shuffle it, don't worry. But this is what we have going on for our kitchen. Luckily, we were able to bring the flooring on through. Just before stream, I was playing around with some wallpapers, just because I think it would probably make more sense from like the collection, seeing as it's underwater photos, to make this wall blue, as if we were underwater. And I was playing around with, if you saw the filters that I had, with a certain wallpaper from Eco Lifestyle. It's called From the Earth Itself, but there's this sort of blue swatch, and I'll go on to a more blank wall. It sort of looks like water to me. And so I was thinking of maybe like putting this as an accent wall somewhere, because we also have this tiling, which I really, really like. And I don't think it works well with the blue. Or maybe it doesn't work well, but I don't love it with the blue. So maybe I was thinking we could have it as like an accent on some walls. Because we're going to have different walls in here for sure. So maybe we could just kind of like embrace it and have it just like a little bit. Just to kind of maybe a bit get that underwater feel. And this room here is actually a little pantry. If you noticed, all of the flooring is a different color everywhere. That is because not every single room is going to be a different Sims 4 collection, because there's like a lot of bathrooms in this house. Like I mentioned, we built it on stream together, but it's based off of a real life floor plan. So there's like a crazy amount of bathrooms and closets, and it's just random hallways and stuff. So I wanted to have some sort of cohesion, so I thought maybe having like each bedroom that has an ensuite and a closet as well, all sort of one theme. So if we decide we hate that, we can always change it. But so yeah, let's work on this pantry really quick here. I don't think it's going to be super, super complicated. I think what I want to do is get some of these counters in here. And I think I just want some open shelving, perhaps. Yeah, I think I want some shelving, but along this wall and this wall. So let's get some shelves, shall we? Oh, we could have used this somewhere. I don't think we actually need it. Okay, maybe not. I gotta focus. We could potentially, what seems like pantry-esque? We could potentially get away with this from the sleek bathroom kit. I'm kind of hoping it would tile. I don't see why it wouldn't. Though we might have some clipping, so it might be better to get something that fits a little better in here. Let's just see. Ooh, I do like these snowy escape ones. Is there one that matches okay wood-wise? This one actually isn't horrible. It's a little bit more orange than I'd like, but I think it should be fine. Yeah, and then that tiles really nicely. I think we'll go like right into the corner with these. There's gonna be a little bit of clipping, but I feel like that's fine. And actually I don't think I love the swatch. I think maybe white would just be better. The countertops and some of the cabinets are white, so I think we'll do that. We do need to get some clutter in here, and actually really quick, I wanted to get a camera in here because the collection is underwater photos, so I don't actually know if you can use any camera, so maybe we'll get like this really, really big one, and maybe it can just like go, I feel like by the sink is a horrible idea. Maybe we won't get the really, really big one. Maybe we'll get this guy, and I think we can just put it maybe up here. Does this one slot up there? No, of course not. Yeah, we'll just put it way up there, just so that it's like present in the room. But let's go back to cluttering up this wall, or these shelves, I should say, rather. Which is going to be kind of a pain because it's like a very small space. But that is okay. I want decorations. Clutter. I'm thinking... What am I thinking here? I think we can get some olives. Well, these might be good. I think we'll get them in maybe like a sort of brown swatch. What else is... Ooh, we can get some nectar. I feel like this would be a good place for nectar. And this is just from the Cozy Bistro kit. But I actually really like this. I don't use this item very often, but I've been using it as clutter in a lot of my builds lately, which is like, I'm not complaining about. But it's just very interesting, the sort of little like, I don't know, phases you go through in this game. Where it's like you rediscover an item and all of a sudden it's in all of your builds. Maybe we get some peppers? I don't know. Why not? Maybe they're like pickling them or something. And then maybe we get... none of this is really like speaking to me, but that's fine. Maybe we get... something, surely. Let's see. I thought I had more kitchen clutter than this. Nolan, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well and having a good day. Oh, these are spices. We could put the spices in. It'd probably make more sense by like the stove, but our stove is a little bit cluttered already. Or I guess rather I should say stoves. Hey, what's up? Just building in the Sims? Same old, same old. How's your Tuesday going? Well, there's also that spice rack. Oh, I wanted a knife rack in here or in the kitchen somewhere, but I couldn't really make it fit. I think I'll put one in there and just pretend that it's like hidden away. Maybe we can get like a toddler or something, a toddler room, and that's why they're hidden away. Why is there slow mode? I can't answer you quick. I don't know, actually. I think I put it on for a reason. I don't remember why. But also, I don't remember how to turn it off. So that'll be an after stream thing. Sorry about that. There was a reason, I'm sure. What is this? Oh, yes. No, not that. That's like it's like coffee and tea and whatnot. I could have sworn I had like way more kitchen clutter. Also, for some reason, my game thinks that a bunch of my packs are new. Hence the golden stars, which they bother me and I don't like them, so hopefully you guys aren't bothered by it. I don't know why my game thinks some packs are new. They're not. They're very much not. Let's see what else we have. You're good. Your Tuesday's going good. Good. My Tuesday's okay. I had to work, which is not unusual. But it was a pretty chill day, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Yesterday was hectic. Our vice president of our company was visiting, so very stressful. So comparatively, so much more calm. Why don't I have custom panels for my channel? I just haven't gotten around to it. I've only been streaming for like, I think it's like 3 months, which actually is kind of fairly long, but just, yeah, haven't gotten around to it. Also, don't really know the vibe that I want yet. I want everything to eventually be fairly cohesive on the channel, but I also think it'll take some time to get there, so I'm not in a huge rush for anything like that. I don't know what kitchen clutter I want. Oh, the cookbook is good. Oh man, we don't have room for it. We could put it over here, but I'm running into space issues. Yeah, I don't know what we should put here. Feel like I'm missing some. Let's go to Dine Out. I think Dine Out should definitely have clutter, right? Maybe not Dine Out. I know there's like, is it Cottage Living that has like flour and stuff? Is that in Debug? And I'm just imagining that it's not in Debug. Maybe it is. So I know there's, oh, it would help if I spelled debug correctly, okay? Let's just see, because I know there's something. See, my game thinks all of this is new, but I've gone in debug in Cottage Living before, so I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, you're a digital artist. Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, we have some ingredients. I dabble in digital art, but I would never call myself an artist. So it's cool that's something that you do. Okay, what is this? Mayor's Mystery Jam Club box. Do I want something for my channel? I appreciate it, But I will probably, honestly, and they don't know this yet, so if they're watching, I apologize. I'm actually probably going to ask my sister and my mom for help. One of my sisters and my mom as well are very artistic, and so I think it would be fun to maybe get their help to make some stuff for my channel. If they say yes, I don't want to assume anything. But yeah, so appreciate it. But I'm okay. Thanks though. You're finding work. Yeah, I actually went to university for not digital art, but I went to for the arts. I got a bachelor's of arts, and so finding work in the arts is pretty tricky. So I understand that for sure. Okay, we're gonna put some weird stuff in this. Because I could have sworn there was like flour and stuff, and I cannot find it. And I don't want to like spend 19 billion hours on this. It was good to talk to you too. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, this is a village package, and it doesn't slot to anything. Okay, never mind. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get rid of a couple of these shelves, because I am not in the clutter mood, if I'm being honest. And by clutter mood, I mean like I don't want to like alt play stuff a bajillion times. So we're gonna get rid of this. And we're gonna move all of our nectar over here. So I still think that's fun. And like, I feel like it kind of fits with the underwater photo vibe. Like, not really, it's kind of a stretch. But I feel like drinking like nectar on the beach would be fun. And maybe you like sip some nectar while you're taking photos. I don't know. Definitely a stretch, but that's okay. Let's go back to decorations and just see if I missed anything. Well, actually, I bet you we could use this and pretend it's like flour and sugar and stuff. That would probably work. Okay. And let's just see what else we have, because I'm sure I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Okay, why aren't you slotting up here, friend? Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe these shelves are not what I wanted. Nothing seems to slot to them, and I don't really understand why. We could get some snack packs. That would probably be a good pantry thing. And I know there are different swatches, so let's get ones that look like different snacks. Yeah, okay, that's good. What else could we put in here that is screaming? You know what? We could put the little what is that called? Mortar and pestle. Yes, that's right. That's not bad. We could probably put, you know what we could probably do is I'm gonna get another counter in here, and we're gonna put the microwave in here, because I think that will actually make sense. And it'll be like a little, oh, what's that called? It's like the chef's pantry or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like that makes sense. I feel like those are fairly vibey. The snack packs just make sense. I feel like maybe we don't need all of this nectar. But I want to see if I can raise this up. Put this up here. I don't think we'll need the knife block. We can bring this back, and maybe we actually even get like, I don't know, maybe not the blender obviously because we have one out there, but oh, actually we could bring the blender in here, and then we could bring the kava bowl there, and that might be a little bit better. It's a little bit less cluttered, and then this makes a little bit more sense. Maybe we even bring the lemons in here too. Would they slot onto this shelf? No, of course not. And then this can actually come down here, probably. Yeah, okay, I think that's cute. I think that makes a little bit more sense. And it's like actually functional now, not just like a random storage space. And then your Sims can, maybe I'll even bring this over here. And the kava bowl. And then your Sims can use this to prep, as well as like basically all of these. And then we have the camera, we have obviously the photos. One thing I also wanted to do was change out these bar stools because I don't think, I like them. I don't think they're the vibe. And then after that, I think we can spin for our next collection. For our next room, which we'll probably just do the living room next. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's see what sort of bar stools we could get. We could potentially use these ones. Those are from Businesses and Hobbies. And they don't scream beach to me, but I do think they match fairly well. So maybe we do that. I think that's pretty cute. We do have, because we spun 2 different island living collections between these 2 rooms, I did use the same light over the dining space here and the breakfast nook, but I do think I want to size down this saucer light and maybe this one as well, and get some other kind of light in here just to kind of, I don't know, tie it together a little bit more maybe. So let's go to lighting. Let's see what we have from Island Living. I'm gonna pull this out now, because if we get fish, I want to use that. But, what was I saying? Island Living. Yeah, I thought they were all fairly long. I wonder if maybe we can make these work somewhere. Like, I don't think we really need lights underneath the stove or anything. Okay, maybe not. Let's just see what other ceiling lights we have that might be a vibe. I'm thinking like, I don't know actually. What is saying island? Or underwater? Maybe like this light? That doesn't really vibe, or it doesn't really match the vibes of the other ones. But it does kind of look like a puddle of water to me. What if I like make it smaller? And then we just have those lights in the living room area, or sorry, the kitchen area. I think that might work. Because yeah, that's kind of giving me water. I mean, we could use a jellyfish light, but I think that's a little bit on the nose. Oh, you know what? This might be better, possibly. We could use this over the island, and it kind of looks like bubbles to me, like bubbles underwater. Maybe we can make that work. Or is that too similar? You know what? I think we're gonna risk it for the biscuit, and we'll do like the puddle one. Because why not? With that, I think that's this room done. It's not super cluttered, but if we ever like want to come back and add more clutter, we definitely can. But let's move on to the living room. Also, really quick, if you were here last stream, you may remember that there was a staircase here leading down to a basement. I deleted the basement. I don't know how we feel about that, but I feel like we have enough rooms already, so I didn't want it. So I deleted it. So we no longer have that. But this is the living room here, and also included in this, whatever we spin, is this little hallway. So we just gotta keep that in mind. But let me get our wheel. Oh, I'm accidentally spinning it again. I keep doing that. Let's see what we get. We get, is it marbles or skulls? Marbles or skulls? We get colored marbles. So that is from, I'm gonna remove that. That is from The Sims 4 for Rent, which is a super fun pack. I think we could probably get away with bringing this flooring with us. I actually don't love it. It feels a little bit busy to me, but it is from Island Living, so it goes with both of these. But for rent, does have a similar-ish wood. Like it's quite a bit lighter, but it has like the narrow panels. Would those be panels? Pieces of wood, whatever that is. So I think it's fairly similar. It's a shame that we didn't get this for the kitchen because they have some super cute tiles, but that is totally fine. Let's see what sort of wallpaper we have. I bet we could use this. If we want to keep going with the beige, I think we could probably just get away with this. However, if we want, we could probably bring this around, maybe. Maybe we can get away with that. However, if we want, we could bring in another accent. Because we do have this super fun wallpaper. Even if the accent is like a gray, that might work. I'm not super duper sure. Although I actually didn't mind the beige, which I can't believe I'm saying for a room that's literally colored marbles. But I kind of like that because then it adds like a really simple sort of like canvas almost for us to add color to. And also, speaking of the marbles, I'll go and find them here. However, when you place them down, because in the picture they have marbles, they don't like pop up. So I'm going to go to the gallery to see if some kind soul has potentially uploaded the entire collection. Marbles. That way we can steal some. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Let's maybe get this one. I'm gonna take it from Beartown 34, so thank you so much, random stranger. We're just gonna place this room, and I seem to be getting a collection of collections over here. So we're just going to place that over there. And I'm just gonna take a whole bunch of these, probably all of them. Oh, I think I have to be in live mode to put them in the jar. Okay, well, I'm gonna be getting a test sim eventually to come in here. So we'll probably do that in a bit. But I probably will also place those around the room, so that's totally fine. Let's actually take a look at what colors we're working with here. It's like super itty bitty small, so I apologize. But we got like a rainbow one, a couple... Pardon me, sorry, it was like a super sudden yawn. We have a couple rainbow ones, we have some green and yellow ones, blue, okay, we basically have the rainbow. So we want like rainbow vibes and like circle vibes, and I think playful, which is like really not what we've been going on, what we got going on over here. But I think we can still make it work, and I think we should start with the curtains. And I'm going to be super lame. And I'm going to bring these same curtains through. However, that's probably going to be the only white thing in here. I just want it to be cohesive. Let's get a couch, I think. We want comfort, sofas, and I think I want something roundish. We could use the Cozy Kitch Kit, which is not round, but it is colorful. However, I use that like all the time. We could potentially use Book Nook. Ooh, we could use it in the blue. I also use that one all the time. We could also get away with this one, possibly, from Growing Together. I think maybe that's the right call, because there's more color on this. Like it's fairly simple, but I think we could make it work. Maybe we use this swatch. It's a little bit more green, or you know what? I bet you we could even use this one to keep the blue kind of throughout. Because if we put this, oh, this is a massive space. Oh my goodness. If we put this like here, we could get a nice big TV over here. Maybe we do that now. And then we get the other like chairs. Because I know we have some other circular chairs. What sort of table do we want? We could go and get like counters or something, or cabinets. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, these might be good for later. Those are very circly. But maybe we just see what sort of like tables we have. What do we have from For Rent? Oh yeah, they're itty bitty. Okay, never mind. Let's just see. And like this kind of is rounded, like it's has a rounded sort of accent. What sort of wood tone are we thinking though? I think that's probably close-ish. Oh, these are also rounded. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna want round side tables. So maybe we'll try to get away with this as our console table. Let's get a TV. And if we're thinking like playful, we could probably get like video games in here, like a video game console. But let's get the TV first. I think we want a wall-mounted one. Could we get away with this one? That is not really the vibe, hey? I'm just thinking like, if we want color, using a frame TV might be the way to go. Could we like even size that up? That is massive. Never mind. Okay. Because then if we put this TV here, it brings in some more color, but it somehow also still matches the like islandy-ish vibe. Sorry, I have a hair tickling me. Apologies. Kind of matches the like islandish vibe we got going on. So I think that might work. Asuka, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, and then that brings in some of the blue from the couch too. Okay, okay. We do have like 19 billion bedrooms to do. By 19 billion, I think we do have like 4. But we could probably get some kid stuff in here or something. But let's get some more like chairs and whatnot really quick. I don't think this has a matching love seat, which is annoying. However, let's see what we can make work. Oh, you know what? Is this more playful? If we're going for like marble vibes, because that's the inspiration. Maybe that's it? I don't know. I don't think I want to use that. I don't think I'm that brave today. Let's see what sort of chairs we have, because we could get one like there, and even like a couple there. Oh, For Rent. See what's... Yeah, those aren't really the vibe. Well, could we make this work? We probably could. I think I like what we have better. But I want to see what chairs they have. Is it just these? Because if this room is supposed to be inspired by the Colored Marble collection, right? Which is from For Rent, we should probably use like some For Rent. But it's just not quite the vibe somehow. But I'm thinking we want, yeah, like roundish stuff. Oh my goodness, do we want to use like round? I don't know that I want to do that. I wasn't brave enough for the For Rent couch. I don't think I want egg chairs. Oh, there are matching chairs. What am I talking about? Because we could put one like here. And I bet since those are both so similar, We could probably get away with an unmatching love seat. Or, alternatively, do we want to just use 2 couches? That is like so much seating. That feels like an excessive amount of seating. Maybe not. Okay. Let's get a different love seat. Maybe in like, oh, I was gonna say a white, but I don't think that's quite the vibe. Maybe we could do something like this. That's kind of round. We could do something like this, which is fairly like playful, like we were talking about. But I don't think that's quite the vibe either. But I don't think it necessarily has to match, is the thing. But I do want it to be cohesive. What about, this is from the Book Nook kit. We could potentially use that. We could potentially use this. Maybe. That's from Love Struck. Feels a little bit more like luxe than what we've got going on. But I don't mind it not matching. I wonder if we could even like get another chair in here somehow or something. I don't know. Doesn't feel as playful as what I was hoping for though. Let's go. I was gonna say let's go back to love seats. That's literally where we are. Okay. What would it look like if we just got another chair over here? Like, how do we feel about that? I personally don't feel great about it. Okay, no problem. Let's see if there's a love seat here that we like better than this couch. I think this couch is like really good for what we're going for. It's very round, like the marbles. It's a little bit colorful. So let's just see. I'm not confident though. Would we want to make this work? I don't think we would. It's also like incredibly tall. And I think that's weird. Yeah, I'm trying, but I don't see it working. I did not know this My Wedding Stories love seat had this colorful swatch. Okay, maybe let's take another look at For Rent. Because would we want to use a larger couch? I don't think so, man. Oh, geez, this is tricky. Okay. Maybe we just don't have another seat? Let's get a rug. And I think I know exactly which rug I want. And it is from For Rent. So that makes it easy. Oh, I was thinking this one. But this one might actually be better. It's going to be a lot more colorful, which I think is good. Maybe we do... Do we want this? It's not round at all. But it brings in more color, which is probably a good thing. And it is just colorful in general. Ooh, this one's better. It has little circles. Like little marbles. Okay, yeah, I like that. I don't love the yellow on like the brown, beige, whatever this is. Is there a different one with circles? I mean, that kind of has circles. We're gonna go with this one. I think that's cute. We're gonna scoot that back a smidge though. Same with that one actually. And let's get a coffee table. Because this space can definitely fit it. And you know what? We used a For Rent breakfast nook table. So we can probably get away with the matching coffee table. Okay, cool. I like the very accidental cohesion there. Let's get the jar of marbles. I will need to fill this when I go into live mode eventually, but that needs to be front and center. And then, oh, we also talked about getting a gaming console for like the playfulness aspect. Maybe we get that in like, I think the pink would probably be nice. Ooh, but do we want the retro one? No, never mind. It's not super colorful like I want. Okay, cute, cute. I put this wall back, like the under the stairs wall. I don't know how I feel about that. Normally, I will leave like no wall underneath the stairs, but I'm thinking maybe we can get something over here. Like, ideally, we would get an actual marble like circle, but I don't think that's gonna fit. But you know what? Let's just see. Marbles. Is there like a super plain swatch? There's just like a circle, and there's like this, which I mean kind of looks like a rug, actually. Could we potentially make something like this work? I think there is the potential here. I'm wondering if maybe we can... Ooh, that's cute. I don't think I've ever actually just like looked at all these swatches before. Some of them are stinking adorable. Okay. I think there is potential there to make it work looks-wise. It may not be functional. But I'm thinking if we had put that in the corner or in this little nook, you know? And then maybe we get some, I'm thinking like the table from Businesses and Hobbies, the really tall one that's round. Let me just show you here. This one here, in the sort of brownish color we've been using. Yeah, that's fairly good. Tuck that in the corner, right? And then maybe get like a roundish plant. I think we can make it work. It's gonna be like super... Ooh, you know what? Even better. Let's make this into a little reading area. If we size this up, I don't think it's gonna work. But we'll know what it is. Okay, we're gonna get that there. Maybe in a different swatch. We could probably do... want something that matches. Do we want the blue? We've got a lot of blue going on. Not that I don't like blue, to be clear. But maybe the green? I think I actually like this swatch the best. We're gonna make a little reading nook. Definitely not gonna be functional, but we know that it's not a rug and that is the marbles thing. So let's go back to our stinking chairs. Do we want those ones? I think we'll take this, but probably in a different swatch. We got a little chair here. And maybe the white with the blue? Or... yeah, I think the white with the blue. Oh, the white with that, because that kind of looks like seashells. The blue brings in the color from the marbles, but the seashells kind of bring in what we had for the two different island living ones. And then let's get a lamp. I think there is one from For Rent. I think. There is not. What am I thinking of? Oh, there is a little, like, what is this called? An actual, like a lamp, like a table lamp. So maybe we actually do bring in that table that we had from Businesses and Hobbies, and maybe we can get away with this lamp. Would we? I'm just gonna bring this over here for now, just to take a look at the swatches. Maybe we could make. I want something colorful. Could probably make the yellow work. I don't really want more blue. What if we use the purple? There's a little bit of pinky purple in there. Might be able to get away with the green too, but I think the purple's fun. And it's not like super duper playful, but it's not playful. The alternative actually would be these, but I think that's a little bit too playful. So let's throw that there. Let's go get that table that we literally just had. It was Businesses and Hobbies, but I think we can just scroll. Yeah, here it is. Okay, we'll put that here. We'll actually pull this forward a bit. Get a little lamp, and I think we can get a bookshelf. I don't think For Rent has one, which is like fine. Which I mean, I actually don't think is fine. I think all expansion packs should have a bookshelf, but it's fine for our purposes right now. Let's see what sort of bookshelf is speaking to us. It has to be very small. So why I'm scrolling all the way down, I don't know. Pardon me. My goodness. I kind of want it to fit just like right there. What about one of these ones? We could use it in the yellow. Obviously we have to make room. And we could probably get rid of that lamp and of this table entirely and just do a little like switcheroo here, you know? That's not horrible. Which I mean like probably isn't the vibe. But that's not bad at all. And I think the yellow is good because we do need more color in here, like desperately. I think we need something here. Let's do For Rent and let's just go to decorations and paintings and posters. Oh, I forgot there was like none. Okay. Let's see, maybe some of these will work. We can bring in more color this way perhaps. Although those aren't really like the vibe. I don't think this has different swatches. It does not. Okay. What sort of wall decor do they have? Ooh, circles. This is good. We need circles. Okay, maybe this can go... Do we want it above the TV? That feels weird, but I like the circles because, you know, marbles. Oh, the mixture of the textures and the colors is good. I don't know how I feel about that. However, this is also a circle. I don't know that we need that though. Okay. I don't love that, actually. But like, really enough, I actually don't hate it. But let's just see what else we have, because we need to fill up the whole space anyways. So I'm just gonna scroll through wall decorations, and we're gonna look for circle stuff, because that screams marbles to me. And that is the vibe for this space. We are going for marbles and colorful and fun. Oh, there was a rainbow marble. We could potentially do something with like the pride tapestry. Like that could potentially even go over here. I know the pride flag is super duper important. I do, however, wish there was a pastel swatch of it in this game. Because there were a couple rainbows, so maybe that would work. It does feel very, very vibrant compared to the rest of the room. So if we find something else rainbow, we might do a little like switcheroo, but we'll see. What else is saying colorful marble vibes? I don't think there's a rainbow swatch in this from Jungle Adventure, no. And the patterns and the vibes are very, very different from what we have going on. Let's see. Oh, this is a circle. I feel like I'm like a kindergarten teacher teaching people about shapes, or teaching even like, you know, yeah, like this is a circle, this is a square. Da, 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 da. That's a circle. None of this is really like, not like vibing. Let's see what sort of colorful stuff we've got in the paintings and posters category. Oh, this might be fun. I think there's two different swatches of this. This is giving circle. Yeah. Okay, I don't think that's the vibe. But these might be, and it looks kind of like a very like weak, sad gallery wall because this is a painting. But those are circles, and those are basically the exact color scheme we have going on. So that's like perfect. I do want something above the TV, I think. Because that feels like so empty. Maybe we get a shelf? Possibly? Let's see. We could do like the cube shelves with like the rounded edges. Those aren't circles, but it's like round. Does that count? Oh, we could do this. This is from Laundry Day. It has a sort of basket vibe, but it also has like little shelves. Maybe that's a good compromise to kind of like take inspiration from the for rent piece or item, but make it a little bit more functional. That might not be horrible. And then maybe we can get some like, maybe we can get like a roundish plant. This is giving me circle. Oh, nothing's gonna slot up there, is it? Okay, this, okay, yeah, okay, cool. Maybe we use 2 different colors. Okay, that's roundish. Maybe one more small plant. Ooh! I am so sorry for using these in literally every single one of my builds. However, this is a round plant. So we'll bring that up here. And let's go to clutter. And let's just see what we can put up here. I think those are kind of roundish. The cushions are kind of roundish. Gosh, pardon me. I mean, we could put like a crystal ball. How weird would that be? If you like size it down and it just looks like a decor piece. I mean, that looks like a massive marble, right? Doesn't it? Kind of, right? Maybe we do the purple. I never use the purple. I'm not a huge purple person. And I always say that whenever I'm wearing purple. Like, I feel like it's the universe just playing a joke on me because I'm not a huge purple fan. And that's legitimately true. And I have very little purple clothing. But anytime I say that I don't like purple, I'm wearing the darn color. So, I don't hate it. It's just not like my vibe. What if we do something like this? One of the little dolls from Snowy Escape. That feels kind of random though. What else is roundish? Oh, this is from For Rent. I wonder if we could like size it down and raise it up. Just to kind of get some more For Rent in here, because we might as well. Let's put that little guy right there. I think we maybe don't need the yellow. Maybe the greenish bluish color matches well. And then we just need like one more little piece of clutter. You know, I'm thinking we could potentially get the ball of clay, which is a ball and obviously of clay, but Sims like love it. Oh, it's not really the vibe. Okay, sorry, I have a cat in my way. Is there any small like activity or skill here that we can potentially add? And I want it to be round, ideally. But we could do a fish bowl. That's round. Don't keep your fish in bowls, please. However, that is a very playful thing. Is there only one swatch of that? There is. That's like playful and stuff. And there's like little rocks in there, and marbles are basically rocks. It's kind of a stretch, but this entire build is going to be like, you know, I mean, it could kind of work like this sort of vibes. Okay, we just need a little itty bitty thing up there. Let's go back to clutter and just go all the way down. And then we'll work back up. Maybe this will help us see something different. What are we thinking here? I don't know what we're thinking. You know what? Maybe we can use these little fake flowers. Maybe even in this swatch. Oh, that's actually like super cute and very playful. Very fun, funky. I think maybe the clear white with the blue might be best. It is very random in here. And I am like so sorry to say that I don't think the rainbow matches. However, I think potentially we could get the trans flag to work in here. And I actually can't recall which this flag is, but I think we're going to use it. Regardless of who this is, I support you, but I think we're going to use your flag based on the color scheme. I apologize. I just think it's super cute. So we'll make that work. Because it like basically perfectly matches that. So I think it's meant to be. Let's also get something round there. I'm thinking maybe like a candle? Although I probably don't need a candle with that lamp right there. Maybe a mug. Someone could have been reading there. I think that's in the same category. I mean, a water bottle would probably also work. Maybe we'll throw that in like pink in here. Yeah, I think that's cute. It makes sense. It's not really screaming marble though, is it? That said, we are just like taking inspiration from. So if it doesn't scream it, I think that's okay. I feel like I want something here, like a table or something. But I don't really want to... This is going to be a fairly high traffic area. So I don't really want to block that. Maybe we get like a circular, like toy something or something for kids. Because I'm sure we're going to have a kids room somewhere upstairs. Maybe we get this. I don't think it's actually functional. But maybe we get it in this swatch. It might be a little dark. Maybe in... But that actually like perfectly matches the couches, but I don't know if I want that. Maybe we use... We just use this one. That's cute. We don't need more white, but it is playful, so I feel like it like balances out. And let's actually just look at a bunch of stuff from For Rent. Ooh, we get this little toy around the box. Let's just look at like everything. I don't think we need the chamber pot. We could use the plant though. I forgot about this plant. Oh, this is also super round. Okay, maybe this can go over here. Maybe not. Maybe this can go over here. Bring this forward. We could probably even bring this like right into the corner. I actually don't mind that color. Brings in one that we don't really have a ton of. What else are we thinking here? These are round. We could potentially get away with bringing these in. Though I don't like the random leaf in the living room. Ooh, we could just bring in marbles. I did talk about doing that. And here we can actually see what the marbles look like. So we don't have rainbow, but we do have like some pink, have some yellow. There's a black and white one, which I did not really incorporate at all. There's a blue, a green, which we have a little bit of. Maybe we could bring in more green. And maybe we can use these lights to bring in more green. And maybe we just put them like up here or something. I don't think that's actually necessary though. Maybe we use... I'm not sure. Oh, we could use this. It's from For Rent. We could bring in some green that way. And that feels kind of like a pattern that would be on a marble. So I think that works. Let's bring some more marbles around. And like I said, once I bring a sim in here to play test, I'll put a bunch of these in the actual jar. But for now, we are just stuck with this. Okay, that's fine. I don't know that we want anything else on the table because I think once those are in the jar, actually, is there a jar of marbles in the gallery that we can just like steal? No. Because it would be dope if we could just steal that. Doesn't look like any of them have. Can you not put the marbles in the jar? Oh my gosh. Someone posted marble paintings? Are you serious? Okay, we're gonna place this. Sorry, I didn't say who the creator was. It was Emily Bluejay. Emily Bluejay, you are amazing. I want to see if we can bring some of these in. I don't think we have a ton of space, actually, but maybe we can bring them. Oh, we have this hallway too. Oh my goodness, I'm a silly dum-dum. Okay, I think we could probably get a gallery wall of them over here. I think I would like them framed. Maybe we quickly pop into, I'm gonna save, but then maybe we quickly pop into Manage Worlds and get just a random sim to come in. I think we should be able to frame these, and then I can hopefully get my marbles in the jar. Buying some water while we're in a loading screen. Oh. Also, apologies for my mess of a new crest. I have a bunch of builds that we've done previously on stream, just in this space, so sorry about that. If you want this shell, if you're noticing a weird bunny in the corner here, this is my bunny shell that I made this house out of. This is on the gallery. It should be, actually. I double checked it this afternoon and I couldn't find it, so I reposted it onto the gallery. If it's not there, I apologize. The gallery is being very weird. I was getting a test sim. I actually have this tester household that I was using to test builds, but it has become a what I was using for the most recent event, which I actually didn't finish, which is a bummer. But I think I'm going to take these guys and I'm gonna move you. We're working here, and then they can test it. I think I have to build? I don't test sims or test builds during them very often. Oh no, I had to press play. My bad. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, play. Also, it is nighttime in my in this save file, and I could just like play like in real life for like 5 minutes and make it not nighttime, but I have not done that. Okay, let's see if I can put the marbles in the jar. Oh, I can. Okay, amazing. It doesn't look very full though. I feel like you have to get like a bunch in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. What I was doing though was I was wanting to frame some of these. I don't think we need them all framed though. Let's actually really swift get the little gallery wall going over here, and then we will go ahead and frame the ones that we want to use. Oh, this is so fun. I would never typically do this. Oh, and we can get the rainbow. Okay, cool. I don't even know how I want to do this. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, those aren't the same size. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Okay. Ah, don't delete that. Just don't be, okay. Just go there. I really want the pink one. I think that's super cute. Maybe we do this blue one. They're not the same size, but we just have to live with that. And then maybe we do this one. And then I'll put that like lower. Oh, I think this is all like too low. Maybe we do that. And then we get some smaller ones in there. I think that would be really cute. Okay, maybe not really cute, but like something for sure. Let's bring this here. It's definitely something. And it's a little bit strange, but I think strange is a good thing, personally. Oh, that's too close to those ones. Okay. Maybe we get like the super uber duper funky one. Do we have a square mirror that I could put instead of these little ones? That I could put kind of like around? I'm just trying to think of what will actually look not horrible. And I don't think this will look not horrible. However, could potentially just make like a mirror wall. I may have gotten too excited. I think maybe only one or two of these is going to be good, so maybe we do actually put them up the stairs. And then we put just a couple in that space. So we're going to size this one up because it is rainbow and it is so fun. And then we're going to get, I think, this one. We're going to size it back down. I think we're going to put it like this. It's going to be weird for it not to continue upwards. So maybe we just do the 2. Or maybe we do 3. But 1 is like really small. Like how do we feel about this? I don't feel great about it, actually. Oh man, maybe we don't make these work. Oh, you know what? We'll make those into an accent. Let's just get this here. We're gonna size. Oh, that doesn't look good either. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're just gonna like undo everything to do with the marble paintings. And we're just gonna like really evaluate this. Okay. I like this one quite a bit. Maybe we put it here. Also, I should have a column here. Start with that. I think that will be good here. And maybe we put 1 on top of it so that there's 2. Okay. Okay. And then I think I want the rainbow one. And I don't mind that they're not the same size. Okay, that is a good little accent space. Feel okay about that. Alright, okay. And then I think we can get away with 1 more somewhere. Which one are we maybe feeling the most? I think I like this one. Just purely color-wise. And maybe this does go kind of maybe just at the top of the stairs here. Well, even like size down is so small. Maybe we bring this at the top of the stairs here. And a different one could go here. One that works a little bit better with the yellow. Like maybe this one is good here. Okay. I think that makes sense. How does this look on that wall? It looks fine enough. Okay, maybe that's all we do. And then we get some sort of different decor. Okay. I'm going to see if I can frame that, and frame that, and frame that. I kind of like the black the black frame because it brings in the black frame of these ones even more. So I think that's good. Makes it a little bit more cohesive. Yeah, okay. Oh, we could put one here. It's kind of a lot though. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just call that good. Okay. Okay, great. Well, I don't really want to build with a sim on the lot, but it looks like we are going to. So, that is fine. Okay. This is the living room so far. Oh, since we actually know what flooring we're using, I can also change out these stairs. Is this like, will this kind of match? Not really. Island Living does have stairs, but they don't have the under the stairs wall, and I want that. So maybe we just do like that. That's not the right color though. Why would it be? That's also not the right color. Maybe that's the best swatch we've got. That's not horrible. Let's get a stair railing. I think we want to use for rent. And I think we want to use it in maybe white. Maybe we don't want to use for rent. It's still a little bit busy. But I thought... Maybe we go with... Oh, that's way too square. I was thinking maybe Snowy Escape, but... Oh, here's the other for rent one. I knew there was two. Maybe like the light brown? Or there's like a super vibrant yellow that I somehow didn't know about. I think the white is probably fine. And I think what we're gonna do is I don't want it on this wall. However, I do want it here. So what I'm gonna do is I think we want left railing only. And then do we put like a half wall here? That might work as an alternative. Let's just see how that looks. Because this isn't a shell challenge. Like, we're using a shell we already built. But we can change whatever we want. Oh, I don't love that. That is unfortunate. Okay, maybe we don't use that stair railing, unfortunately. Let's just look for one. Oh, there is also this one from For Rent. Which isn't bad, actually. I think it's probably meant for outdoor and the whites don't match, but I think we could probably get away with that. Because there's like a brownish... It is like a metal, so I think that's why the white's different. But that's probably fine. I mean, yeah, I think I'm overthinking the fact that it's just a stair railing, so we'll do that. And then we should probably get some more in this hallway. Let's get maybe a hallway rug. That's probably a good place to start. Ooh, let's go with this sized up once or twice. What swatch do we want though? We could do the blue, but to bring in more color, maybe we do the green. I'm just thinking we use this because it's not actually a hallway rug, but it is like rounded in some places, so I think we could get away with it. Maybe we get... I don't know. Maybe we get... something somewhere. Maybe we could do a mirror in the hallway? Like we could do like a table or something here or here and get a mirror. Because we could do this one from For Rent, which is very round, or you know what, I think even better, we could do this from Snowy Escape, which is very rounded and goes with the marble vibe, but can add a little bit more visual interest. And then maybe let's get from For Rent, let's get their console table. Nope, I don't want decorations. They had one somewhere. May have been a dresser, actually. Let's go look, see if it was a dresser. It was. I say we just like use it anyways. Because it has a little like circle accents. I mean, technically they're ovals, but I think it's fine. And that looks like it could be like a hallway table. So I think that's totally fine. Maybe we make these not white though. Maybe we go with, woods don't really match though. Do we want to do like the yellowish wood? It's kind of a goldish color. It does kind of match that. Okay. And then maybe we get just like a really large painting here. You know what? I think we should swap that though. So if we have paintings here, we have the table here instead. I think that makes sense to me, at least. We'll squeeze that bad boy in the wall. And then we'll just take all of these over here. And then we can get a large painting here. Potentially. Let's see what we got. Oh my god, way to the bottom. Oh yes, I should probably throw on, oh what is it? bb.unlock. Oh, I don't remember what the cheat is. See, all of these items are locked. It's like unlocked gameplay entitlement or something like that. Let me just Google it here. bb. Oh, it's ignore gameplay. Sims 4 cheat. It is bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. Okay, we were close. bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. bb.ignore blah 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 blah. Okay. I think we just have to like exit and then come back again. Yeah, see now they're unlocked. Perfect. Okay. What says round and playful? I mean, that is playful. That could potentially work. We could do, or any of these have circles? I don't think so. No. Not that we need circles, to be clear, but like I said, circles just say marble to me. What about this? That is sort of round. That's sun. And it's like kind of the vibe of what we had going on elsewhere, kind of. There's like water. That's kind of beachy. I don't think there's any, yeah, no, that's like the super fun swatch. And then there's that swatch. That might be good actually, because then it sort of ties in like the calm vibes we've had going on. And we should probably maybe get something on this wall. Possibly. What else sort of vibes are we feeling here? Maybe we can make one of these tapestries work. I know we were going to use them earlier. But like this is kind of playful. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. But maybe we do the bird instead and bring that sort of pinky color that way as well. I think that works. I think. We're just gonna say that it does. Okay, okay. I think we need, I'm gonna size this down because it feels actually quite dark in here. I think we could use some nice lights in here that are not just the saucer lights. So let's go look at that because that does help tie the whole space together. And oh, you know what? A candle would have been super good. That's fine. I was thinking the lights that we didn't use above the island might work. And like we might be able to make those ones work as well, but I don't want it to clash too much. Maybe we do this one instead. This is from Love Struck. And I don't mind that at all. I think we need to size it down one, because I think otherwise it would be in the way of the TV. But that kind of gives marble, right? Yeah, I think that's fun. And maybe we bring that into the hallway as well. Because why not? You know? Okay, fun. Like that. We do have a bunch of doors here. Maybe we get more plants? We don't really have any plants elsewhere, which is strange. But I feel like there's always space for plants. I want ones kind of like this that are fairly round at the base. If we can find that. Like this would probably be good. Actually, you know what? That pot sort of gives me water vibes. So maybe we bring this into the kitchen, because I just said we have no plants. So maybe we bring this in here. Because that's like, the whole thing is underwater vibes. Okay. There is this for rent one, which is not super duper rounded. But it's also like not. And it is very colorful because it's a bird of paradise, or birds of paradise, or whatever the multiple of that would be. And then we could probably get this one in that corner. If that's very round, that is from Paranormal. And then might as well get some clutter on here. Let's, ooh, these would be perfect somewhere. I don't think we have room. Maybe this is better than that. I love that tapestry, don't get me wrong. But this feels more marbly. I think we'll do it in the white to hopefully have a little bit of cohesion. Okay. I think we're almost done this space. I want to get the thermostat right there because we don't have that yet. And I don't want to forget. I also don't want to... Yeah, we did. We also forgot a burglar alarm. And I think we forgot a smoke detector. We did. Okay, perfect. So that is functional. This is so empty in here though. Maybe we get one more plant here. Or... I don't know. Maybe that's probably fine. Let's get some clutter here. Decorations. Clutter. Let's get... what feels round? Let's get... something, I'm sure. This is round. Not like super duper the vibe. But like, it's colorful and fun, so it's not the vibe. And then maybe we do something else, just one more thing. Maybe this is where we bring in the little doll guy. Because that does feel random, but it also feels like maybe a collectible that you'd have on display that isn't actually a collectible, so it doesn't like mess with our little system here. Is that all we need to do for the hallway? It feels like so sad. But maybe that's okay. It is a very high traffic area, so maybe that's, yeah, not bad. I don't know. But it is like 8:20 and we only have 40 more minutes of stream. So maybe we will pause this space for now. I'll save. And if we find anything else that we want to add in here, we totally can. But with that, I think we should move on to... let's move on to this. Actually, I don't actually remember that room is supposed to be. Let's move on to this bedroom. This, I think, is going to kind of depend on what we get. But I'm sort of imagining this is like a teen bedroom or a guest bedroom. Because we also have the primary bedroom up here, this smaller bedroom, and then another big one and another big one. So I think this would probably be good for like a nursery because it's so close to the primary bedroom. This would probably be good for like a teen as well. This could be a child sim. And maybe the guest bedroom is the best here. Or here, let's just go to our wheel. I keep accidentally spinning it as I grab it. Yeah, okay, that's better. Let's go to our wheel and see what we get. Oh, I promised I would shuffle every time. Okay, let's spin, see what we get. A reminder that I'm not familiar with all of them, so hopefully we get something we know about. Sugar scales. This is the one we almost got last time. How is that possible? I literally just... Okay, that's fine. We're gonna remove that. This is a base game one, I think, actually, which is pretty fun. We're slowly collecting all of these things here. I just don't want to get rid of them and want to add some more into any of these rooms, like the actual collectibles. So that's what that is. But maybe I can organize these better really quick because I'm about to go back onto the gallery to see if anyone's posted this Sugar Skull collection, which, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure is base game. But I guess this technically isn't part of the collection, but this can go right here. Oh, actually, I don't want those connected. This can go like this. Okay, perfect. I actually do want these connected. Okay, cool. Let's go into the gallery. And we're going to do Sugar Skull. I think I'll just do singular. Oh, someone else posted pictures of that. Okay, that's super cool. Okay, I'm going to take it from this creator here. So thank you so much for doing that. And we are going to, oh, I don't want to save it. I want to place it. We're going to place this bad boy right there. Let me just quickly delete some walls and a ceiling. Alright, this is the Sugar Skull collection here. You love the Sugar Skulls. They are so fun. I never use them in my build. I just think I kind of forget about them, not gonna lie. But they are so fun. This is what they look like for those who don't know. And like this is the little, I guess, cabinet or display, I guess would probably be a better word, specifically designed for them. This is such a super fun thing. I think this gold one you get is like when you finish the collection or something like that. I actually don't know how to do this collection, not gonna lie. And apparently they all have names. I need to use these more in my builds. We should do like a whole, oh, I'm going to butcher this and I'm so sorry. But Dios de Muertos, or what is it? Or Day of the Dead, however that's said properly. A Day of the Dead, like themed build sometime. I think that would be really fun. Because some of this is just so gorgeous. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. So we have, obviously, like the display itself has florals, so we could bring that in. Obviously there's skulls, so maybe we could bring in a little bit of that. I don't think I have spooky stuff, which has some skulls stuff, so it might be a little bit difficult, but we do have Jungle Adventure, so maybe we can make that work. I think we'll be able to probably bring in this cabinet itself. I don't think we're going to fit all the Sugar Skulls in. Like, we physically could. But I think it's going to be a lot. But I might make... I know I just said guest room. But I might take inspiration from especially these two. And this one. Color scheme wise. And make like a fun teens bedroom. And obviously we'll bring in like all the other colors as well. But I think that's going to be sort of the vibe. And then we make it a little bit, I don't want to say gothic because these aren't gothic. They're also not very much not goth either. But a little bit maybe on the darker side, like vibe wise. But maybe, yeah, maybe we try to make that work. But I'm going to, we were doing, oh, we can go down. we're gonna do this one. I think we could bring in the same flooring. We'll probably, honestly, just figure out a way to bring the same flooring in everywhere. However, this is a bathroom, so maybe not there. I'm just gonna throw random tile in there so I don't forget that it's a bathroom. But let's start with the bedroom, like the bedroom itself. And this was base game, right? I'm like fairly certain it is. Yeah, it is basing. Okay, cool. Oh, there's different swatches of this. Oh, you know what? This might be the vibe, actually. The white, the gold, and the green and the red. Maybe we make that the vibe. Because that's super fun. Okay, we're going to just bring that into the room. Just the display case itself, just for now. And we're going to make this the color scheme vibe. If we can. Okay. So, my first thought is potentially high school years for a bed. And I don't think that's actually true. I don't think there's one that matches. However, I think there is one that has skulls on it. But I think in the wrong color scheme. Not that one. I don't think it's this one either. No. I think high school years, yeah, it might be this one. Okay, yeah, this was the bed I was thinking of. Okay. So that is very much not that vibe. So we're gonna look for a different bed. But we may need to ditch the idea that I was so excited about. And go with the skull bed, because how can we not? But that would probably actually go really well with it. So maybe we do this one. Because why not? And I think... Why did I have the window there? Yeah, like I said earlier, we did base this off of a real floor plan. I think I'm going to bring that in. So that it's a little bit more centered and I can have the bed underneath it. I know some people don't like that. I actually quite like it. I like waking up to sunlight. I say that I currently live in a basement suite. So I haven't woken up to sunlight in my face in a very long time. So maybe I hate it more than I remember. But actually, you know what? I am lying to you by accident. We're actually going to have it here. But I still want it centered in the room, so it's fine. Okay, perfect. That is super cute. Let's get some nightstands. I'm actually going to bring this whole thing in here. Because I need the vibes. I need the vibes. I don't think it's going to stay where it is. But I do need to see. Okay, what are we thinking for nightstands? This is going to be a lot of just like, as if the whole house hasn't been vibes, but we just need to like go with what we feel. Maybe something like this could be pretty. Or even something like this. I could see that potentially working. You know what? I bet we could make this work. It doesn't give me skull vibes, but the sort of pattern on it, like the little flowers on top, is sort of reminiscent of some of the flowers here. And it will match what we've got going on in the rest of the house. So it is a different swatch than like the dining table that we've been using and stuff. But I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty. And I also don't use these tables like ever, so probably a good opportunity to use them. Let's maybe... Oh gosh. This is a lot harder. I'm excited about it, but this is like a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. maybe I'm gonna leave wallpaper for now. Let's get a, we don't really need a huge dresser because we have a closet. Maybe let's get a desk. If this is a teen bedroom, then a desk would probably be good for them to do homework. I need to see these skulls. Also, skulls are very much not something I'm typically into. I'm excited about this collection, don't get me wrong. But it's not something I'm typically into. This sort of matches the vibe of the case that they're in. And maybe we could even put a few up here. That might be good. I think we're going to tuck this in the corner here. I don't want to block the window. So let's take a few of these. Let's see how many we can line up here. I feel like this sim would probably organize them. I say that because I want them organized. Okay, maybe we don't have this one here. Maybe we have that one. I think that's okay. And then we can add some like plants and stuff. Or I'm not sure. Okay, that's totally fine. Let's get a chair. Like I said, I don't have spooky stuff or anything like that, which does have some skull imagery. So I'm kind of just going off of what I can do with what I have in the game. This is kind of a stretch. Because skulls like give me like skeleton vibes, obviously. And like part of the skeleton is your spine. What if we get like a desk chair that's good for your back? Which is like so very much a stretch. But I feel like that kind of makes sense, maybe? And then we'll get the pink to match the bed. But that's sort of the connection there. And I don't know. We're trying here. And I do know that sugar skulls are used, but I want to say several different like South American cultures. So we could try to bring in, I think Love Struck, I want to say, was inspired by, I'm not sure if it's Mexico entirely or Mexico City, or if that's just wrong completely. But I'm fairly certain that I heard like Lil Simsy forever ago talking about it being Mexico City, and maybe that's wrong and I apologize. Regardless, we could try to bring in some of that sort of vibe as well. Because this is from base game, we don't have a ton to go off of like items wise. So I'm just trying to make some connections here. But I know sugar skulls are also used on, I don't think altar is the right word. But oh, this is perfect. I can't remember, it's that certain breed of dog. But I think this is like perfect. Yeah, okay. I think there are different swatches though, actually. Yeah, there are. Though I think we definitely need a colorful one. The default might be the best. Yeah, okay. I think that matches the best. That's not the default. No, at all. Okay. Okay, that's cute. What other sort of items could we use here? And I know that the Day of the Dead is very focused on family, from my understanding. And so I think family and music as well. So maybe we could bring that in a little bit. We could use the Love Struck guitar in a fun color. Maybe we could put that over there in the corner some way, somehow. Oh, maybe not in that color. Maybe in like... You know what, I actually kind of like that, the swirly vibe. Because the swirly vibe kind of matches the swirly vibe on the display case. Okay, okay. Um, we're getting somewhere slowly, that's for sure. Okay. This is such a large room. Oh my goodness. I feel like we are going to struggle with all of these, but that is totally fine. Let's see. I wonder if we could make this work. I think the answer is no. Especially maybe not for a teenage bedroom. I just have never used that, so I'm kind of trying to find a way to. But maybe these are like family photos. And if the Day of the Dead, which is what Circus Scrolls, from my understanding, are typically used for, we might be able to make this work. Although they don't really give teenager, do they? We'll have that there just for now so that we don't forget. But perhaps if this is a teenage room, maybe we can make some of this neon work. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, no, none of that's really the vibe, hey? Okay, alternatively, we bring in this mirror, because I think photos are typically used for Day of the Dead as well. I think that works, and then we could bring in more pink. And maybe there's like photos of the sim with, it's supposed to be like partners and stuff, but it could just be like siblings or something. So maybe that works. And we don't have to use Love Struck, of course, but I think it would probably help us with the vibe. Okay. Maybe we bring the guitar elsewhere. And I know my like go-to is to have reading nooks. But like, what if we have another reading nook? Possibly. Let's maybe get some curtains before we do that. I don't know that we need the Love Struck curtains, but you know what? It might be fun to have this over the door. I have not done that, but every time I see these, I think of that. And I just don't think I've had the opportunity to. But that would be kind of fun. And I think, like, not that only teenagers would do it, but I can see a teenager doing that and thinking it's like the coolest thing in the world. Which, I mean, it is pretty cool, don't get me wrong. But I think that's fun. And then that way at least it uses the Love Struck curtains as well. But we may end up using the same Modern Luxe ones. But maybe, oh, those are very tall. Maybe we can get away with For Rent. Not necessarily in this swatch, but not really seeing a swatch that works otherwise. The white just doesn't like feel like the vibe, but you know what? There are a ton of patterns going on here and a ton of colors. So maybe we can make one of these work. The only issue is I don't love them. So maybe not. Sorry for the roller coaster. But maybe we use these ones. I use these literally all the time. But I do really like them. Maybe not in the brown because that's like kind of boring for this room, but let's see. I think we need to bring in more color here. We could bring in some purple. Is there a purple one? Yeah, there is a purple one. We could bring in some purple. That way we have the pink as well. So at least it's still cohesive. And I'm not too worried about this space not matching the rest of the house because this is a teenage bedroom. Like obviously this isn't decorated by a teenager. I don't think any teenager would be this put together in decorating an entire house. So, not put together, but like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. This doesn't give teenager vibes, but this space can be a little bit different, and I'm totally fine with that. Okay. Not sure where that guitar is going. I think the curtains are fun. They bring in some more color, and I think that's good. What else could we bring in? We need something here, and I know we don't need a dresser, but I think we bring one in anyways. Where did we? It is getting close to bedtime for me. And what sort of vibe are we feeling for the dresser? We could use the growing together one in like a light swatch, but there's not really much wood that has to do with the sugar skulls. So maybe we bring in this? You know, I don't know. Oh, could potentially make this work. A brighter color would probably be better. It's a little bit more worn than I would like. Maybe it would be better if we made these white. But I feel like that might give Sugar Skull energy, especially with the little flowers. Because I know the Sugar Skulls do have like a lot of the flower accents. I think that's quite pretty. And maybe, you know what, maybe we get an easel in this corner, which is not very Sugar Skull vibe. But, well, actually, I mean, someone had to make those, you know? That's artsy. But what I'm thinking is maybe we pretend that this sim painted that themselves. Let's get that. Also, we have, like, no skills in this house, so that would probably be good as well. Let's get this easel. Because, again, actually, the detailing does not give the vibe of... I thought it was, like, more swirly than that. Let's do... I think we want just, like, the base game one. And we'll throw that in this corner. And I think we can get some artwork in here. You know what? What if... I know this had... This Miss Frogstar had some paintings. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is entirely unrelated. Somebody made this. How did they even... Oh, they used tool mod, it seems. Okay, I'm not downloading that. But Winter's Edge 22, my goodness, that is impressive. What I'm looking for is artwork. To see if anybody has, like, Sugar Skull artwork. Oh, there's a Sugar Skull Freezer Brony. I forgot about that. I'm not seeing much. However, this user used this tapestry from, I think, Movie Hangout, and I actually like that. So that is Lady Good 6494. I'm stealing your idea, and I'm bringing that in here. That is super good. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take the inspiration. I was hoping there was, like, skull, like, art, but that is totally fine. I am looking for... Where is it? Maybe it's not Movie Hangout? Oh no, it's right here. I'm just a silly. Silly person. Okay, I think this is going to go above the bed. We're going to move that. Maybe size it down? Because I do need to bring in some more patterns here. I don't think that's the color scheme though. Maybe we can get away with this one? That's very much not the vibe. We're going to have to bring in some darker colors too. I just like the pastels so much. Maybe the guitar can get... Oh, we can get like a little ottoman, put it at the end of the bed or something. Okay. That's not bad though. That's not really Sugar Skull vibe, but it is bringing some more pattern, and I think that's really important. Speaking of pattern, do we want to try to make this rug work? This is also Movie Hangout. Probably is a matching one. There is not. Okay. Never mind. I still think we should try to make it work. Oh, but I want it more pastel than that. Okay. This would be the only option. Does this match the vibe of any of the skulls? Not really. That said, this one, I don't think it actually is. But this Nadia skull has sort of like a peacock vibe to it. And from decor to the max, if you're familiar with the kit, you already know what I'm talking about. If you're not, let me show you. Let me show you. We have this. And it comes in a bunch of fun colors. In fact, decor to the max might actually be good for this. But like the peacock vibe there, we could try to even do it in this blue swatch to match that one. Or just use the pink and just full send it. But I feel like this is like kind of perfect for this. It's very much not like Sugar Skull vibe. But I think it's just taking a little bit of inspiration even from each of the skulls might be something. I think either this swatch or this swatch is best. I think we're gonna go with this one. Maybe we'll like size it down quite a bit and put it, oh gosh, I don't even know where. Maybe like on the table. Is that weird? It like might be. You know? That is super duper weird. But maybe we make it brighter, because like why not? It might not stay there. You know what? It could probably actually go in this corner. Is it floating? It is, because I made it do that. My bad. Okay. Probably actually go in this corner. And then we could have maybe like the easel next to it or something. I'm not sure. But we can make this work in some way. And it's like super duper random, but I kind of like it. And then this one, I'm not sure. It has a little bit of a mustache. So, what's their name? Michael. Michael has a bit of a mustache. Has some blue and some yellow. Maybe, I don't think we want this rug. Maybe we get inspiration from the yellow and try to bring in like a funky rug? Though I don't think any of these are really the options, good options. Perhaps, not that we need to use to go to the max, but perhaps we do, yeah, use that as inspo for the rug. Ideally, we could maybe even get like some, because there's flowers around the eyes, some floral vibes. Oh, you know what is even better? This detailing has a bit of a scalloped edge. Maybe we get the rug from Lovestruck, which has a scalloped edge. That might even be better inspiration. Where is that rug? Somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. Not in this color, of course. But we could probably use it in blue, which is a fairly close match to that guy anyways. And it brings in more color, which is good. And then this guy, I'm not sure. Maybe we do just change this to the blue and white one to kind of match with that. Okay, okay. We are getting somewhere. We could potentially, let's check out lamps and see what sort of vibes we're getting from them. See if we can sort of take any inspiration from any of these guys. I don't know. This is like so much more difficult than I thought it was going to be, which isn't a bad thing, but it's, it is surprising. There is this lamp, which is like not the vibe at all, but it does match this one fairly well. So maybe we can sort of match a pattern if we can. We have like a sort of teal color. Maybe we actually filter by color as well. Do orange, pink, blue, red, and black and white. That's basically all the colors. But let's just see what we have. See if we can match something going on here. Without it also being too random. Which is tricky. Perhaps, I mean, there is a black candle. We could bring in some of the black with that. But that feels kind of like a bit of a cop-out, not gonna lie. Um, we could, you know what I just realized? We never brought in tables over here. I'm gonna bring these lights over here. Those are from Book Nook Kit. Just as a reminder to put tables. Um, but we could potentially get away with one of these lights. We could maybe even do, maybe not actually. We could bring in a little bit of orange, but I don't really like orange. We could bring in these. These sort of match the color of this guy up here. And that leaves us a lot of room for clutter. So maybe we could bring one of these down here. Yeah, that's not bad. Obviously we can add more clutter as well. But it's just sort of slowly getting this all figured. Yeah, I don't mind that. Is there a better color? I mean, there's this one. I know it's just gray, but it kind of looks like it brings in some purple to me. And that might be better for that guy. Okay, yeah, I'll get some more clutter eventually. I quite like this dresser, but it does feel a little bit random. I'm also going to move this over. It was originally in the corner because that's what the floor plan we used had it, but I think that would be better. Should probably figure out where we're gonna put this case. Could we potentially put it here? I don't think we're gonna keep the sugar skulls in it, but we could probably put a couple up here. I mean, I know we haven't been putting all of them, like all of the collectibles that we've been spinning for in the room, but we could probably fit them. I don't like orange, so I'm struggling with that one. Oh, you know what? I'm a silly dum-dum. We should just bring in a red flower for this guy. Maybe we do that now and I'll put it on the desk. Decorations. I think we just, oh, I deleted the one filter that I wanted. Okay, my bad. Let's get red and go to flowers. And those are like perfect. Because there's little like yellow centers. Okay, love that. Easy peasy. Maybe we bring in some pink flowers too because of this guy. Actually, that looks more like a leaf to me though. So let's see. I think we have like quite a few options for like pink leaves. Maybe we do one of the hanging plants with the pink on it. I think that could be really pretty. Maybe we can put that in this corner here. Tie in the pink leaves a little bit. Oh gosh, I have to sneeze. I will try not to sneeze into the mic. If I do, I apologize. Let's maybe... I need another shelf. And obviously I have this one, but I kind of want there to be like knickknacks in there or something. But... okay, this is actually coming together. I don't know how Sugar Skull it reads, but it is coming together, I think. It's giving like cutesy Sugar Skull, but hopefully that works. I mentioned getting an ottoman here. Maybe let's try that. See what else we could potentially bring in. I've brought in something from each of these ones, not the gold, the orange, or the black, or the dark blue. So let's just see what sort of vibe, because this one has like polka dots and some flowers. This one has, I'm just trying to see here, has a bit of a heart shape actually. And this one has, I'm not sure what that is actually. And then obviously that one's gold. Maybe we could do some sort of round sort of ottoman vibe here. Maybe even like this one. And we could do it in the white, but it's inspired by the white dots. Or, even better, we use these at the end of the bed. And then those are those white dots on that guy, which I think works out well. And then we have the red flowers, we have the pink leaves. This guy had a heart. Maybe we bring in the heart chair and scoot it right there in the corner or something. Let's see if we can make that work. That is from Love Struck, but I think maybe it's not fairly close to the top. I thought it was fairly close to the top of the living chairs. Oh, it's here. We could probably bring it in, and maybe we get rid of the easel. It's kind of like not the vibe. But we bring in the heart chair, put that here. And then maybe this, yeah, just becomes a little decor piece. You know what? Maybe we swap this and put that there instead. And then the dog can go like by the bed or something. I think that would be cute. Okay. I think I want these closer. Alright. Well, with the peacock gone, we actually probably could bring back the easel. But maybe we just don't. Well, we probably should have an activity in here. Okay, let's bring it back. I think we'll put it like here. And then have the chair like there. That's probably fine. Maybe. Maybe we actually do a little switcheroo here. Because if you play in this build, whether one of your Sims is painting, or on the computer if we put one there, another Sim is going to want to come talk to them. So if we put a little chair there, we just make it easier for them. Maybe then we get a little table here. Surfaces, accent tables. Maybe we get this one? Or this one? That's not really the vibe though, is it? What about... We could try to bring in some gold for the gold one. Maybe we bring in this one and shove it in the corner. The gold isn't quite right, but then maybe we can get another of the sugar skulls over here instead. I'm just gonna have them like literally everywhere. And then maybe, because we have the scallop rug for that one, the peacock for that one, the coloring of the peacock for that one, the gold table, the heart chair. I don't have anything for this one yet. The two little ottomans and the green leaves. Oh, we don't have anything for this one yet either. This one, I'm really not sure. Maybe we bring in more red flowers. That kind of looks like a poppy to me. So maybe I really quickly do that. Decorations. Let's go back to red and just see if there's any red flowers with little black centers. If not, it does give me sort of romantic vibes. So maybe we just do roses, actually. And then we can put those over here. Or even better, we can put them on this table. And then bring this sugar skull like forward, maybe. I think that's pretty. Kind of random, but pretty. The guitar can just get tucked maybe in this corner. And then I think the only thing we would need is something for this guy. But maybe we just use like black wallpaper for that or something. We could darken it up. And then we have inspiration from each of the sugar skulls. I may not keep all of the sugar skulls in this room, but then at least if we do get rid of any of them, we have something from them. However, it has been 2 hours of stream, so I am going to save. And I might call it here for the night. Mostly because, like I said, it almost is my bedtime. It's been a bit of a stressful weekend, so I should probably get to bed early. But before I go, I do just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and for chatting and for participating, or even just listening or watching, whatever. I really do genuinely appreciate your time. It really does mean a lot to me. Really quick, I meant to talk about it, but I got distracted by The Sims, which isn't a bad thing. But I have become eligible for Twitch affiliate, which is super exciting. And I do think I want to do something to celebrate. The current idea that I have is to stream for like 15 minutes for every follower that I have currently. That'd be about like 6 hours. And then say we got more followers between now and whenever that potential stream is or during it, we would add time to the clock. So that's the current idea. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. If not, totally fine. But I do just want to mention that really quick. But like I said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Okay, bye everyone.